Hi ladies, I want to welcome you tonight to our class on essential oils for vacation and travel. I'm going to give everyone about a minute to come on, and I'm going to show you what I have in my diffuser tonight. So tonight I have in here tangerine and a blend called Breathe, which is great for opening up your airways. I like citrus oils because they're very uplifting for your mood and they just make you feel happy. And Breathe is a blend that will kind of help with any allergies you might be having at this time of the year. So if you're a person that's struggling with that, you'll want to put Breathe in your diffuser, and you can mix it with different oils depending on what time of the day it is. So I do love that blend a lot. So I'm going to get right to it, and if you jump on late and you have questions and you want to go back and listen, you're welcome to. You can ask me questions. I'll be able to see your posts and comments after, so feel free to have a pen and paper handy. And I'm going to go over a really important topic, especially at this time of the year. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Amanda Mancini. I am a personal trainer, a mom of twins that are going to be 15 years old already, and I'm also a health and wellness coach, and I help people with essential oils. I love essential oils. I use them for so many different things in daily life. And so when it comes to the summertime, people are traveling a lot. You tend to be out of the house often. Vacations, cruises, camping trips, hiking, camping, any kind of day trips and things like that. When you're traveling, I don't know about how you guys feel, but I'm a person that likes to have all my things with me. So when I have to be away from home for any period of time, I get a little bit of anxiety. I have to know that I have all my things handy. And so before I discovered essential oils, I used to have so many cases of toiletries. I had a gadget for everything, a toiletry for every problem that could come up. And it's definitely not the best way to travel, especially if you're going on an airplane. And if you have children, I mean, anything can come up. And I think the worst thing that can happen on a vacation is to not feel well and to not have access to medications you might need or remedies that you might have when you're at home. So essential oils are great because you can use them for multiple unrelated uses. So you might have one oil that you can use for helping with congestion, but it can also help with a skin issue, or something else that might be going on with your body. Just a quick experience of mine. Last summer I went to Aruba, and we had one thing after another pop up, and I was so happy to have my essential oils with me, and I'll share with you something that really helped me when I travel. So this is a little travel case of essential oils that I use, and in here are sample sizes of all the main oils, which I'll go over a couple of them during the class. But what's great about it is that I was able to have this handy when we had an clogged ear come up. We had somebody with stomach issues. We had skin issues. We had eczema. It was just one thing after the other. So this little case here really came in handy for us for the whole vacation, actually. So I'm going to go through some notes here. So if you want to have a pen and paper handy, you can, and you can just write down any questions you might have, and I'm happy to answer them. So if you're traveling by airplane, just know that you can take your essential oils with you on your vacation. You can take the full bottle. These are 15 milliliter bottles. These are the larger bottles, and they're still okay to take on the plane. So they do meet the TSA limit of 3 ounces. So just make sure that whatever you're taking with you is less than 3 ounces. And some of the more used oils, you might want to take the larger bottles up. But make sure you seal them in a Ziploc container or something that's leak-proof, so that if, God forbid, any of them opens up, it's not going to leak all over your belongings. Also know that when you're flying, essential oils can have very strong smells, and although you might like it, somebody else may not like it. So being on an airplane and applying essential oils to your body might be offensive to other people. So what I suggest is that if you're somebody that needs to apply them before getting on, if you're an anxious person and you just want to put some lavender on you, apply it to the bottoms of your feet. You can put 1 or 2 drops to the bottom of your feet, and it's going to go through your whole body in under 20 minutes. Okay, so you'll have the benefit of the essential oil without it being like so apparent to everyone else. The other thing I like to do is I wear these are called diffuser bracelets or aromatherapy bracelets, and they have on them what they call lava beads. So if you look at this like bead right there, it's got a different kind of texture to it, and you can apply the essential oil directly to the bead. This is a new bottle, but just like this, and you apply the like 1 or 2 drops to it, and it'll hold the smell of the essential oil for about a day or 2. So if you want to have that around you on the plane, it's not going to be overpowering to anyone else. The third thing I wanted to mention when you're on a plane is that there are a lot of people don't realize that those trays on the plane are filthy, you know, and a lot of people end up getting sick when they go away and they don't think about what's going on the plane. So the first thing I do is I take, we have a hand sanitizer, but you can use other essential oils, and you just literally can use your hand sanitizer that you put on your hands, spray the tray table and clean it off. That way you don't have to worry about anybody else's germs on your food or near your food, or, you know, anything like that. Okay, so if you're traveling by car, that's another big one. If you want to take a road trip in the car, you know, there's definitely things that could come up there, especially, again, if you have kids in the car. There's just extra people you have to worry about. And as moms, we are always worrying about everyone else and their needs. So, again, I carry this very handy if you're just jumping on. It's a keychain, and in the keychain are little vials, and you can fill your vials with peppermint, lavender, frankincense. These are all different oils that can be really universal in many ways and helpful for, you know, traveling. So I keep this usually in my purse because it's so small, but some people like to keep it in the glove compartment. I don't like the fact that if it's really hot in the car, I don't think that's a great idea, so I prefer to keep it in my purse. It comes with a little keychain here, so it's real easy to carry around. So if you're in the car and you are driving a long time, and I personally get very tired behind the wheel, I'm going to go through a couple of the oils after this, but one I do want to mention for the car is peppermint oil. Peppermint oil is very invigorating. It creates a mental alertness. So if you're driving for a long time, aside from obviously if you need to pull over, you're getting a little drowsy, you can inhale peppermint oil directly from the bottle. You can also apply a couple of drops to your hands, rub it in, and inhale deeply, or put it behind your pulse points, and that will help you stay more alert. Another thing people like to do, which I enjoy also, you could take a cotton ball, put a couple of drops of peppermint oil on it, and put it in the air vents, and it's going to keep this like very invigorating smell coming out of the air vents when you're running the air conditioner. So that would be a great thing to just keep in your car, have around you. Any long rides, I can't tell you how many times this helps me because I'm a drowsy driver. I don't know if if you feel like that, but if you do, it's a good one to have on hand. For motion sickness, same thing. Peppermint oil is great for that. So if you have a child that's getting car sick, this is a great oil to have on hand. They can just, again, inhale it from the palms of the hands. You can also apply it to behind the ears and on the stomach. Some people use ginger. We do carry ginger essential oil as well. So I'm going to move on quickly. This is not going to take very long tonight, but I wanted to get to you guys before everyone starts vacationing. And again, can't stress to you enough how much it's helped me in my life and my family. The first thing, when you're packing to go away, your essential oils can do a lot of different things. So you're going to actually be packing lighter than you've ever packed before. But one thing I highly recommend that you get your hands on is called fractionated coconut oil. The reason why is because we use coconut oil as a carrier oil. It dilutes the essential oil so that you prevent any skin sensitivity. It prevents, you can use the essential oil over a larger area. It's just great for so many things. It can remove makeup, so you don't need a makeup remover. When I say fractionated, it means it's in a liquid form all the time. So you have the tubs of regular coconut oil, and that's fine if you want to use that. But fractionated coconut oil is in a liquid form. It has a very long shelf life. It has no scent to it, which I prefer when I'm, using other oils. And it's pretty well tolerated by almost everybody. So you're not going to have issues with some people react to different kinds of oils. This one's just really easy on the skin. And it also has a slight SPF of it from 4 to 6. So it just gives you a little extra protection in the sun. And I use coconut oil a lot, so I love that. It's also good for issues like when you have eczema, a sunburn. It's great as a moisturizer if you have a chafing issue from wet clothing. If you're a workout person, the uses are endless for coconut oil. So that's the first thing I pack, and this one is 3.8 ounces. So what I would do with this is I have little, if you're traveling on the airplane, you're gonna have to put it into another bottle. But if you're going by car, this is like a small one, so it's fine. Okay, so I'm gonna go through very quickly a couple of oils that I use for traveling that I just think every mother should have, everybody that's traveling and doesn't like to use a lot of chemicals on your body and products. So if you have, like if you're going to CVS and getting travel sizes or Target of all these different things to take with you, they're loaded with toxins and chemicals. And if you're looking to get away from that, I would highly recommend that you start looking at what essential oils can do. They do better, they do the same things and they do them better, and they do multiple things. The first one I want to bring out to you, which is really a must-have for any mom or anybody traveling, is called On Guard, and it's a protective blend. What it has, it's for your immune system. So it has in there cloves, cinnamon, thyme, rosemary, and it helps with things like unexpected things that could come up, colds, which people get sick on vacation, flu, strep throats, sore throats, cold sores. I mean, that's the worst. It's an antiseptic cleaner, so I'm going to go over a couple of things. It kills airborne germs. So what I do with this is if you feel like you're coming down with something in your throat, you can take 1 drop of On Guard and gargle with it. It's great for an oral rinse, so you can use it as a mouthwash, but if you have a sore throat, you can gargle with it. If you feel like you're getting sick, you can also take this internally. That's another thing. So if you don't have medication handy and you just need like a natural antibiotic, you can use On Guard for that. You can also put this on the bottoms of your feet. So if you have somebody with you and your family that's not feeling well, you can put a couple of drops. Again, you always dilute your essential oils. You put coconut oil on first, and then just a couple of drops of On Guard to the bottoms of the feet, and do this a few times a day until you start feeling better. Any fungal or parasite issues, it will help with that as well. It's an antiseptic cleaner. So the first thing I do when I get to a hotel, if you're staying in a hotel, is I take On Guard, and we have a hand sanitizer of On Guard, which I'll go into a little more about why I love this so much. So if you have the hand sanitizer, you can spray the toilet bowl, you can spray the counters, spray the remote control in the room. But if you don't have that one, you can use On Guard and just put it on a tissue or whatever, and you can kind of clean everything and make sure that there's no germs on your, I just feel like hotel rooms, I don't know how well they're cleaning them. Even the nicest hotel rooms have issues. So you'll want to have this on hand for sure. If you're getting a cold sore, this is something that happens to a lot of people when they get stressed out before vacation. They'll find the cold sore pops up somewhere. I've tested this out on multiple people in my family. All you do is take a couple of drops of On Guard. You put it in a little container with coconut oil, again, and you just apply a little bit of it every few hours, and your cold sore will not come out. It will not go through the full process of what normally happens to you. So this is something I can attest to personally, and I will not leave home without this oil. The second very important oil that I want to bring out to you is something called Melaleuca. This is known as tea tree oil, and this is an antimicrobial, antifungal, anti-parasitic oil. It's for any skin issues that arise, rashes, sunburn, bug bites, acne, cold sores. You apply a couple of drops diluted to the area that you're having a problem with. So if you have a rash or something, a skin wound, you cut yourself, first thing you're going to do, you don't need Neosporin. You don't need to be pouring alcohol on your wounds. It's not good for your skin to do that. Melaleuca will kill things like staph infections, MRSA. It's extremely powerful. So put this on the area that you're having an issue. Do it every couple of hours. If you get a mosquito bite, same thing. Put it on that area, and you're going to feel a lot of relief very, very quickly, and prevent infection as well. It's also good if you have hives. I meant to tell you that. If you have hives, allergies in any way, something going on in that on the skin, I just will apply that right away to that area, and it will help very, very quickly in under 20 minutes. The third oil I want to go into is lavender. Lavender is considered our, we got a question. Amanda, what oil can you use for chronic headaches? I get them a lot. Yeah, a lot of people, hi Janelle, by the way. A lot of people complain about headaches, especially when the seasons are changing. So again, a lot of the oils do the same things. Peppermint is great for headaches. We put it on your temples, behind your ears, on the back of your neck. I always dilute the oils with coconut oil first. So I'll just put a couple of drops of coconut oil and then the peppermint, and then you can apply it. I'm also going to show you an easier way to apply your oils at the end. Lavender is also good for headaches, and so is an oil called frankincense. So 3 of them together is very powerful. Some people will respond to one oil and not need the others, but everyone is different. So again, these things are natural, and you don't have to worry about side effects and things like that. So frankincense, lavender, and peppermint are great for headaches. Lavender is considered a universal oil. It's great for sleep, rashes, sunburn, stress and anxiety. A lot of people when they travel and getting on an airplane, they're just nervous, and that's, I can understand that. So you can put some lavender on your body before you get on the plane, again, on your feet, or if you're on a diffuser bracelet. It's good for headaches, like I mentioned, cuts, wounds, anything going on with that. So what I like to do with lavender when I'm away on vacation is I apply a couple of drops to coconut oil and use it as like an after sun moisturizer if you're in the sun all day. So it's great for that. And then for sleeping, if you have trouble sleeping, or anybody that's in your family, apply a couple of drops to the pillow before they go to bed, a couple of drops on the feet, and it'll help you sleep and kind of relax and de-stress. Some people also bring a diffuser, and this is my favorite diffuser, but some people bring this on a trip with them because it's just nice for the room. It kills the germs in the room. If there's any odors in the hotel room that bother you, you can diffuse lemon oil in the diffuser. If you have trouble sleeping, you can put lavender in there. So it's a nice thing to have on hand. It's actually pretty small. You can see how small it is, and that might be something you want to take with you on vacation. But just know that when you're inhaling the essential oil, you are diffusing it into your body that way as well. So you don't actually need the diffuser, but some people just like to have it. Okay, we're up to peppermint, and I know I mentioned peppermint before, but this is, and I say it on every video, but this is my favorite oil. I use this oil multiple times a day. I can't tell you how many things it can do for you and your family. It's good for mental alertness, like I mentioned, if you're traveling in the car, on a plane, and you need to be awake. If you get anyone that has a fever on your trip, and that does happen, people get sick, and now you don't have medication, or you might be in a foreign country. What I like to do is I'll put a couple of drops in coconut oil, and you can apply it to the person's chest, back of their neck, and along their forehead. It actually reduces your body temperature. For allergies, same thing, behind the ears, hives, apply it right to the hive. Headaches, digestive issues, if you're having stomach pain, for any reason, apply some peppermint to your stomach. Heat exhaustion, that's a big thing on vacation. What I like to do with that, I'm going to give you recipes that you can access on my website, but we make a spray of peppermint with water and witch hazel, and that will really help cool your body down if you become overheated on vacation, which is extremely common. Okay, the next one I want to touch on is frankincense. Frankincense is considered the king of essential oils. It's going to make any oil you're using work better. Okay, it's an expensive oil, but it's, in my opinion, very worthwhile to have. We use it for emotional balance, anxiety, depression, scars, rashes, stretch marks, boost your immune system, allergies, anything going on in your body that you can picture you need help with, you're going to go to this oil. Okay, so I love to use this for after the sun as well. I'll put it with lavender and frankincense and some coconut oil. I love that. And then if you're just not feeling well, sometimes you just don't feel great, put frankincense on the bottoms of your feet, a couple of drops. I do this every time anyone in the house is not feeling well. Sometimes you just don't know why. You put this on and it just helps boost your immune system. It actually has anti-cancer properties. It's an extremely powerful oil. Can't stress enough how worthwhile this one is to me. We're almost finished. I'm going to go over just a couple more. If you're a person that suffers from stomach upset, you're on vacation, you get food poisoning. I mean, that's just the worst. Nobody wants to have it. You get motion sickness on a cruise ship, or you're traveling somewhere and you could be on a tour bus or some kind of bumpy ride and it just leaves you feeling horrible. We have a blend that's called Digest Zen. It's a digestive blend, and it contains oils like fennel, coriander, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, caraway, peppermint, ginger root, all the oils that help settle your stomach, gas, bloating, food poisoning I mentioned, constipation, diarrhea, nausea, reflux, indigestion, just bloating in general. Apply a couple of drops to your abdomen when you don't feel well with this oil, and literally within 10 minutes, I can personally attest to this, that I've had, I feel much better within 10 minutes, and it helps with the kids. It's a great oil to have if you have children and their stomachs are bothering them, or you ate something that you're not used to eating. If you're a sensitive person and you're away on vacation, you don't know what they're putting in the food, and sometimes it can upset your stomach. You can also put this internally. You can take it internally in your water. So put 1 to 2 drops in your water, and you will be feeling very, very good within a few minutes. Okay, so we're almost finished. The last one I want to touch on, well, actually I have 2 more, is Deep Blue. Deep Blue is a pain and inflammation blend. So if you have neck pain, headaches, bruises, aching back, muscle aches, things like that, anything pain related, fibromyalgia, lupus, your body just doesn't feel well, Deep Blue is a blend that you can apply to the area of concern, and it'll help just loosen everything up. So if you have a knee that's bothering you, you want to go bike riding or hiking, and you're uncomfortable, just put a couple of drops with coconut oil on your body, and you'll be feeling really, really much better. I don't know if that doesn't even make sense, but much better within a couple of minutes. Another oil I like to take with me, and I'm going to show you how I travel with my oils in a minute. I don't take all of these bottles. I take lemon oil along with us every time because it's great for congestion and mucus and any runny noses. If you have a runny nose or you have a child that has a runny nose, you can put lemon oil like literally on the bridge of the nose, and the runny nose will stop. If you have a sore throat or congestion, or they're coughing a lot, or somebody's coughing, you take 1 drop of lemon oil, you put it in water, and you gargle with it. So it'll just literally get rid of the mucus and help your sore throat, just help you feel better. It's also great to flush out toxins. So if you've been drinking quite a bit of alcohol on your vacation, you can take this internally. I put a couple of drops in my water every day, and it's a great detox. It's just great for your body to, flush out those toxins. And I can't stress enough, it's a great cleaner as well. So if you have to pick and you don't have On Guard with you, it's an antiseptic cleaner. You can wipe down the countertops in the hotel room, wipe down the tray tables on the plane, anywhere that you're feeling like other people are touching things that you don't want to touch. I'm a big believer in lemon oil. And then the last one I want to mention to you, I don't have it with me actually, I have to order it, but we have a bug repellent blend. So if you're using regular repellents on your children and yourself, bug repellents, they're killing bugs. They're toxic to you. You don't want that. You don't want these things on your skin. Everything that you put on your skin, your body absorbs 60% of it. So if you can't eat it, generally, it's not, most of the time, it's not a good idea to be putting it on your skin. So that's why I switched to coconut oil for moisturizing, using the oils in place of all these things that have these chemicals that we don't need. Okay, so if you have questions, feel free to post them. But what I wanted to mention to you is I have, when I travel, I'm going to give you some recipes that are on my website that you can access, so if you're interested in this. But I showed you a lot of bottles. And again, these are great, but it's not the most convenient way for me to travel personally, because you have to dilute the oils, you have to make sure that you have coconut oil on there, and sometimes it can be a hassle. So I have a travel case that I recommend. You can get this on Amazon. So I love the travel case. And what's in here, I'm going to show you the difference between regular oil bottles. So we have a bottle of peppermint, and then we have what we call touch blends. And these are roller bottles. So if you don't know what a roller bottle is, it has a stainless steel top on it. And the company makes them as well, but you can make them yourself if you wanted. But they already have coconut oil in them. So what that means is you can apply it easily to you or your children and not have to worry about diluting it and carrying messy bottles around. So if my kids have a problem, I really carry this around with me everywhere I go, but on vacation it's especially helpful. So we got the peppermint, I have my Melaleuca, I have all the oils in here that I need, And it's just super convenient. So if you got a kid that's not feeling well, I got my On Guard. It's already diluted. You could swipe the bottoms of their feet or along the spine if they're not feeling well, and it will help boost their immune system naturally. You don't need all these medications. So if you're pumping your children with medications constantly, they do have side effects, and there's no need for them most of the time. I think there are times when you do need them, but most of the time you don't. So the oils can take care of about 80% of your healthcare needs for you and your family. Okay, so let me see how we're doing on time. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up now, but I just wanted to show you a couple of things that I always like to take on vacation with me in addition to the oils. I'm a big believer in probiotics. When we're away, especially if somebody gets sick, you get a virus or food poisoning, you're in Mexico somewhere, you can't, I'm sure you don't want to go to the hospital in some of these remote locations. I use probiotics as soon as anyone is not feeling well. We take them every day in my house. Very rarely, knock on wood, do we have any issues. I do believe that plays a part along with obviously eating properly. But we have something called PB Assist. It's a probiotic for kids. But I take it myself. So if we're on vacation and somebody's not feeling well, they come in a little sugar packet. You can put them in your water. You can put them in, cereal. You can put it in whatever you're eating. Or you could just literally, the kids like to eat it right from a stick pack. And it's great quality. But what's good about it is these are portable. So you don't want to be packing 1,000 things. I have my travel case of my oils. I have my coconut oil, which I recommend highly. And I have these little packets here, and I just pack enough for the family, and they're nice and light to carry around. And then another thing I wanted to mention, if you're using regular toothpaste, I don't know if you've done your research on this, but I switched a couple of years ago. Regular toothpaste that contains fluoride it's completely toxic for your body and for your children. If you can't swallow it, it should not be in your mouth at all, okay? It is completely false that it helps your teeth in any way. It's in the water. It's a terrible thing. If you do your research on it, you'll be horrified at some of the things that we're not told. So I switched over to a natural toothpaste, which we carry with my company, but they also make little stick packs. So they take the On Guard oil and they make a toothpaste out of it, which is great. So now you have clove and cinnamon and rosemary. These things are very cleansing to your mouth, and it's in little packets here, and you don't need to take all these extra things, and you have little sample sizes. So I like to pack that. The last thing I like to take along with me is my On Guard hand sanitizer. Again, I guess I'm a little bit of a germ phobe. You're probably figuring that out right now. But you'll want to have this with you at all times because you could clean anything with it. Hands. If you're using regular hand sanitizer, I wanted to mention it has something in it called triclosan and other chemicals in there that are toxic. And here we are rubbing our hands and putting them on the kids all the time. And they're really, really detrimental for your health. So you should not be using them. You can use a natural alternative like this, and it's a great thing to have on hand. Fits in your pocketbook. It's very light, weighs nothing. And this is what I carry around with me, and I use it in hotel rooms. And last but not least, I wanted to mention to you, I made some recipes for everybody. I'm going to post it to my website. I have a bug spray. So if you're a person that doesn't want to use regular bug spray, I can have on the website, you can make that. I also have a bed bug spray. So when you go into a hotel, first thing I do is start looking at the bed, and you can make a bed bug spray with 10 drops of Melaleuca and 10 drops of peppermint, and you mix it with water in a little spray bottle. So what I do before I go away is I make some of these little bottles. I make a bug spray, I'll make a bed bug spray, I'll make a sunburn spray, and I keep it in a Ziploc bag. I love clear bags. And now you have your essential oils, you have your clear bags, and you don't need, you need very, very few things for your natural care, health, personal care, I should say. So I have on my website the sunburn spray, and a heat exhaustion spray. That's something that, again, I know people have issues with when they're on vacation. So I'm going to wrap it up now, but what I wanted to say in regard to getting the essential oils, if you are interested in the essential oils, on my website you have access to getting a wholesale account. So a lot of people will say, well, I'll just go to Amazon. What I want to tell you is people that are selling doTERRA essential oils, which is what this company is, are not legal distributors of the company, and very often these oils are tampered with and they are filled with cheaper versions of what you think you're getting. Okay, there is no guarantee that you're getting a safe and pure and potent oil from doTERRA when you order outside the company. So we can give you the lowest, the most cost-effective price for you for your oils, and you also have my guidance as well. So if you're interested in learning about how to get them at a wholesale cost, you can message me on this my Facebook page, or you can go onto my website, and I have some information for you there, which is Pure Fit Women's Outfit, and that on my website will take you directly to doTERRA's site, and you can order whatever oils you feel comfortable with. But most people, I would recommend to you, if you're looking to get started with essential oils, you'll want to get what we call a starter kit or an enrollment kit. And when you purchase oils that way, the best thing about it is you get an automatic wholesale account, and you get your oils at below wholesale cost. So most of the kits come with all the main oils I mentioned today, and they're very highly used, and you're gonna use them every day in your life, not just for traveling. You use them in your regular house on a regular day. So if you have questions, feel free to post them after this. I know a lot of people wanted to jump on, but it was too early for them. You can definitely ask me questions on here, and just get yourself set up for the summertime and for traveling, and have these things ready to go. As I mentioned, the roller bottles are great because you can just take them with you, throw them in your bag for the ones you need that day. And you have this little case I mentioned that really comes in handy. So I hope that was helpful to you guys, and thank you very much for your time, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.